Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. The archetype of the far left Democrat, the far left activist, liberal, whatever you want to call it. This type of individual is always the loudest in the room. And not just necessarily the loudest in terms of volume.
All right, listen, okay, listen.
But the loudest in espousing their incredible virtue. They're always the loudest person in the room telling everybody just how virtuous they are and how corrupt and immoral the rest of the world is. Nobody seems to be able to make proper judgment. Everyone is so corrupt, the 1%. I, however, the virtuous far-left activist, I am the pillar of good judgment. I am the antithesis of corruption. That's basically what they tell you, but in reality, if we analyze these individuals' actual actions, a very different story is told. We're going to be focusing on the squad in Congress, otherwise known as the Hamas caucus. We've got some stuff to get into and some different topics, so let's roll the tape. Alright folks, take a look at this from the Conservative Brief. Emails show Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez was warned against accepting Met Gala invite. Newly uncovered emails reveal that New York Democrat Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's staff was warned by anti-corruption lawyer against accepting an invite from Vogue to attend the Met Gala in 2021. The lawyer warned that Vogue's parent company, Advance Media Publications, was a registered lobbyist and appeared to suggest that she could attend the gala if she had an invite from event organizers. Ocasio-Cortez and her boyfriend accepted the tickets to the gala, the Washington Examiner reported. The congresswoman could accept an invitation from the Met, but not from Vogue, the lawyer wrote, according to documents released by the Congressional Ethics Committee. Since Advance Publications is a registered lobbyist, we'll need to be extra careful. Hope the congresswoman had a great time last night. We have had a number of inquiries, mainly from Page 6. Given that she was a guest from Vogue, we were planning to say that she was a guest of Anna Wintour's. Wanted to check with you, the email said according to the New York Post. The mighty virtuous Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, always lecturing us on how evil and deplorable and terrible the 1% is. Just how terrible those rich elitists are is what she keeps saying. Yet when AOC is invited to the party to wine and dine and schmooze with the rich and the elite, she accepts the invite despite warnings from her own ethics lawyer. I guess not so virtuous after all. The far-left activist who seems to be on a crusade against rich people seems hell-bent on living the lifestyle of the rich and famous. But of course it doesn't end there. Just to show you how ethical Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is, not only does she accept an invitation from a registered lobbyist group. By the way, I think the ticket, it was a while ago since we covered this, but I think just one ticket to attend the Met Gala, just to be able to sit down, I think is like $10,000. It might even be more than that. And that's of course not counting all of the accommodations and the designer dress that she had made for her. But anyways, I'm getting off track. Not only did she accept the invitation from a lobbyist group, but just to show you how non-corrupt and how totally trustworthy she is, Democrat Saint Alexandria, she even had her legal and PR team lie to the media after a number of inquiries, dishonestly telling the press that she wasn't a guest of Vogue. No, Vogue didn't invite her. It was Anna Wintour, accepting lobbyist dollars, what could even be described as a political bribe, and then purposely attempting to dishonestly conceal that from the American voter. Oh, how virtuous and not corrupt. AOC and the rest of these far-left clowns are not to be questioned, they are to be trusted absolutely. That's what the young far-leftoid base keeps telling me, is that they're the only genuine characters in the world of politics. But I personally get a very different vibe. Trust them. We're supposed to trust the far left. And even more concerning, you're supposed to trust the far left with money management, with managing taxpayer dollars. The same individuals who are basically all under investigation for campaign finance violations. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is currently facing an ethics investigation into her attendance at the Met Gala. The House Office of Congressional Ethics found there is substantial reason to believe that New York Democrat Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez might have violated federal law when she accepted impermissible gifts linked to her 2021 attendance at the Met Gala. Then there's Ilhan Omar. Omar's cut millions in campaign cash to consultants after halting payments to husband's firm. Minnesota Democrat Representative Ilhan Omar's campaign cash to consultants dropped by millions of dollars after she removed her husband's firm from her payroll. Federal filings showed that Omar, a member of the Socialist Squad, previously paid millions of dollars from her campaign to the E Street Group, a political consulting firm co-owned by her husband, Tim Minette, during the 2020 election cycle. But after blowback and criticism, Omar cut ties with her husband's firm, and now, all of a sudden, all of those mysterious consulting payments have seemingly vanished, disappeared. Squad member Representative Cori Bush hit with FEC complaint over private security payments to husband. Oh, it looks like we found a trend. When it comes to spending campaign cash, Democrats appear to prefer keeping it in the family. Squad member and Missouri Representative Cori Bush has had the alarm sounded on her by a government watchdog group that is asking the Federal Elections Commission to investigate her payments to her husband for private security services. The Foundation for Accountability and Civic Trust sent the complaint to Lisa Stevenson, the acting general counsel for the FEC. On Thursday, they asked the commission to investigate whether Representative Cori Bush and her campaign committee may have used campaign funds for personal use. Bush's campaign paid her now husband, Courtney Merritt's, $60,000 for security in 2022, despite him not having a private security license, which is needed to conduct such services in the St. Louis region. While Merritt's collected the payments, Bush's campaign also spent $225,000 with Peace Security and $50,000 with an individual named Nathaniel Davis for personal protection. Money just magically flowing to all of these individuals' husbands. It's almost like the Patrice Ken Cooler's Black Lives Matter Foundation model. Generally, when you see a common denominator like this, when you see this kind of link, something fishy's going on. All the payments are either consultants or private security. You know, something that's very easy to kind of mask, conceal, just add it into the accounting records. Nothing to see here, folks. He's my security guard. What do you mean? That's why he's always with me and being paid. Ridiculous. Then, of course, we go to Stacey Abrams, who's not an official member of the squad. I mean, she'd have to actually win an election to become a member, but she's basically cut from the same cloth. Georgia officials are now probing financial irregularities linked to Stacey Abrams' charity. The Georgia Secretary of State's office has launched an investigation into a charity linked to two-time failed Democratic gubernatorial candidate Stacey Abrams following a bombshell report last month alleging improprieties surrounding finances. We actually covered this, and there's just a whole of, I think, like over $500,000 missing that nobody can explain. I think it's actually more than $500,000, but I remember pretty specifically, I think a $500,000 or $600,000 accounting hole, just money that nobody knows where it went. You know, the issue of trust, right? Many Democrat voters say that these far leftoids are the only genuine people who deserve trust, the only ones that you could trust in the political landscape. Well, I'm not sure that that's realistic. I'm not sure that makes very much sense. And the idea of trusting the nation's finances with these far left individuals is even more concerning. If you can't even get your life straight, your life's finances straight, and then on top of that, you can't even be trusted with campaign cash and donor cash, or in Stacey Abrams' case, you possibly can't even be trusted with charity fundraised cash, well then how is anybody supposed to trust you with the nation's budget? The ones who tend to virtue signal the loudest, the ones who are constantly screaming from the mountaintops just how virtuous and not corrupt they are the ones that I tend to trust the least. At least on face value until you prove me otherwise. That's what I got for you guys though. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, folks, and I'll see you on the next one.